Ready? Oh, wait a minute, do I have to do this? Okay, tonight I'm calling into order the reorganization meeting for council for the 2024 year and 2025. So we will begin tonight with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then we'll have a moment of silence. All right. Okay. Dory, if you would like to call the roll call, please.
Brian Fuentes, Ward 1.
Here.
Tim Kress, incumbent and newly elected Ward 1.
Here.
Scott Roland, incumbent and newly elected Ward 2.
Here.
William W. Ricart II, Ward 2.
Here.
Carol Greenholt, Ward 3.
Here.
Greg Bubb, newly elected Ward 3.
Here.
Charles Hegberg, incumbent and newly elected Ward 4.
Here.
Barbara A. Rupp, Ward 4.
Here.
Darlene Funk, incumbent and newly elected Ward 5.
Here.
Ed Lookenbill Jr., incumbent and newly elected Ward 5.
Here.
Sue Ann Whitman, mayor.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. And Dory, can you please report on the receipt of certificates of election and affidavits of residency, please?
I have them all for the newly elected.
All right. With that, we will begin swearing in our new and re-elected and newly elected council people. And first up is Mr. Kress.
Front of the table or behind the table?
Let's go front. Oh, you want back? Okay, we'll do back. All right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Tim Kress,
I, Tim Kress,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge my duties
of council with fidelity.
of council with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Another 4 years. We'll do all, I figure we can do all the signing afterwards, because everybody, you have papers then to sign. Okay, so next up, we have Scott Roland. Raise your right hand. I, Scott Roland,
I, Scott Roland,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge
and I will discharge
the duties
the duties
of council with fidelity.
of council with fidelity.
Congratulations. Welcome to
Thank
another
you.
4 years. Greg Bubb.
You are now.
Greg is one of our newly elected council people. He is for Ward 3. Okay, repeat after me. I, Greg Bubb,
I, Greg Bubb,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will
and I will
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of council with fidelity.
of council with fidelity.
Congratulations, welcome
you.
aboard.
Thank you.
Chuck.
Could you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, really good.
Right here. I, Charles Hegberg,
I, Charles Hegberg,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and
the
defend
Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will
that I will
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of council with fidelity.
of council with fidelity.
Congratulations. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
another 4. Darlene.
Yes.
You're up. You're next contestant.
You're okay.
Darlene is with Ward 5. Okay, raise your right hand. I, Darlene Funk,
I, Darlene Funk,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will
and that I will
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of council with fidelity.
of council with fidelity.
Congratulations. Welcome to another four for you, too. And last but not least, we have Ed Lookenbill Jr.
Thank you.
I, Ed Lookenbill Jr.,
I, Ed Lookenbill Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will
and that I will
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of council with fidelity.
of council with fidelity.
Congratulations. Now, he's in for 2. So, all right, because he is completing the term of our Councilman Kress. All righty. So just to remind everybody, when we're done here, we have papers that everybody needs to sign for what we just did, okay? All right, so. Okay. All right, so now we are going to move into public comment, but at this portion of the public comment, we want it to only be if it pertains to the reorganization. There'll be other public comment at the end of the meeting.
If you're joining us via Zoom, you can unmute yourself by pressing *6 if you'd like to address council.
Okay, I think we're good. So at this point, we are going to proceed with electing our council president for to reorganize for the 2024-2025 year. But before we move into doing the elections, Mr. Schultes is going to re-explain our voting process.
Okay. As council is aware, we changed things for this year, hopefully to make the nomination and election process easier for council. So instead of taking nominations from the floor, council members will provide a written ballot on which you can nominate any member of council for the position of council president. You may also nominate yourself. Once everyone has completed the ballots, we will collect them, and the mayor will then announce the names of those who have been nominated for council president. The mayor will then confirm whether or not those folks who have been nominated wish to serve. So if you've been nominated and do not wish to serve, you'll have an opportunity to say that at that point. Then the mayor will put all the remaining ballots in a box, 1 ballot per nominee. So we're not going to stuff the box, so to speak. Then the mayor will pull 1 ballot from the box and call for a vote on that nominee. If the first vote attains a majority, then the matter is concluded, that person is elected. The vote will be done by roll call. If the first vote does not attain a majority, then the mayor will select the next ballot and a new round of voting will commence. And this will continue until someone is elected by majority. Once the president is elected, the president will conduct the nomination and vote for vice president in the same fashion. Any questions about the process?
And you may vote yes for more than one person, just so you know that. Okay? All right, so everybody,
What did she say?
you can vote yes for more than one. For example, if the first name is drawn and you voted yes, and that person does not get a majority, the next name that comes out of the box,
Okay.
you can vote yes again.
Okay, thank you.
So you can have
Thank you.
more than one yes vote.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
And tell people they don't have to nominate anyone.
Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing, too. Now, you all have in front of you the little ballot slips. The one for president is highlighted in yellow. You do not have to nominate anyone if you do not wish to.
You can just vote.
Yeah, you can just
You can
vote.
just vote. You don't have to.
Interesting.
Yeah, if
So-
you, yeah.
Well, that would be, we could have one nominee, we could have two, we could have 10. You decide if you want to nominate someone or not. That hasn't
Thank you.
changed. So
Okay.
you'll all be voting, but
Stick with it.
Okay, so is everybody clear on what we're doing?
Yep.
Okay, because now we're going to move forward. If you wish to nominate somebody, use the slip that's in front of you that is highlighted in yellow that says president. Want me to collect them?
just pass them
I'll collect them.
down. Tim will.
Well, we want to look,
Yeah,
well, we want to see, like.
Tim will grab them.
Yeah, Tim's gonna grab them, and then we'll sort them out. If there's more than one person, one for,
Has our names on it.
It doesn't really matter, does it?
I was gonna tear my name off.
Don't read it.
You just,
It's blind.
absolutely.
That's probably the only time I do is when I go in the box.
Is that right?
okay? So, at this point, we're gonna look and make sure there's not more than,
Fine. Did I spell Schulteis right?
okay? And then we are gonna say who all your choices are. So far, we have Bill Ricart,
That's not what she said you would do. You're just picking the first one out, we're gonna vote, you can't read them all. Doesn't make any sense.
we have Chuck Hegberg, Scott Roland, one that I can't read,
It's
Crossed out.
maybe you recognize some handwriting there.
It's crossed out.
Is crossed out,
That's
okay?
disqualified.
Okay, disqualify that one.
Can we confirm that, though?
Yeah,
Who was it?
do you want to,
Who was it?
Carol, do you mean to cross yours out?
Yep.
okay. One for Brian Fuentes,
Hanging Chad.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna take one. So we have Bill Ricart. We'll take this and put it in to the box. We have Chuck Hegberg. Brian Fuentes. And Scott Roland.
Yeah, she's just rereading them.
Okay, these are the duplicates, so we'll put those over here.
Okay, so you want to ask if anyone who has been nominated.
Okay, yeah. Anyone who's been nominated, is there anybody who wishes not to serve? Okay, seeing none, we will proceed. You want me to be the one to pull it, or? Okay, I'm pulling it. Let's mix them around.
Mr. Bubb?
Yep,
I'm sorry?
yep.
Yes? Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Mr. Lookenbill?
Yeah.
Mr. Fuentes?
Yes.
Mr. Hegberg?
No.
Mrs. Funk?
My God.
What'd you say?
She's thinking.
Yes,
Oh.
I'll go yes.
Mr. Roland?
No.
Mrs. Greenholt?
Yes.
Okay, we have 8 in favor of Mr. Ricart for president and 2 against, so Bill is elected president.
Okay, so there we go.
8 to 10.
And I guess that's it. So at this time,
Long before.
When you got to 6,
We will
it
switch
didn't matter
seats.
whether I said no or not.
so I will take these out
Yes,
too,
doesn't
because
matter.
these were for president. Let's go one more down in there.
It was hard.
It was hard. There were two that would have been good too.
Do you, want me to
Keep
just?
it.
wanna-
There's a couple.
They're all good, they're all good.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay.
I am. Because I think Brian's fair.
Too new.
Okay?
No.
For me, it's too new.
Really, tonight we just suit
Yeah, that goes better.
Well, we can do that.
Let me first start by thanking you for your support in me. It is, I hold it in highest regard, I assure you. We will now transition into the nomination for an election of a vice president of your fine council. Anyone need the process repeated? I think we just did it. So at this time, if you will take your second ballot, the one that has the blue, your nomination for vice president, and fill that out. We'll collect those. Tim's got them.
It's tough. They're all good.
This one doesn't matter as much as the other.
Well, we say that. It's not that everything. We can talk to Tim about it for another time. I thought they had to first.
Okay, so the nominations are, there are 4 of them. Chuck Hegberg, Scott Roland, Tim Kress, and Brian Fuentes. Is there anyone who voted for someone else that we don't have or misread? Is there anyone who would like to change their vote or nomination at this time?
Not want to serve.
Oh, yeah, that's my next question.
Okay.
Any of the 4 who were mentioned choose not to stand election or to serve? All will serve. Okay, so we're going to put 1 for each into the pot. 1 for him. Okay. Where'd we get the container?
I brought it in.
Did it used to be oatmeal?
Looks like it. No.
The first member that we will vote for is Tim Kress. Secretary Felix, will you call the question?
Okay, voting for Mr. Tim Kress for vice president. Dr. Rupp,
Yes.
Mr. Ricart,
Yes.
Mr. Bubb,
Yep.
Mr. Kress,
Yes.
Mr. Lookenbill,
No.
Mr. Fuentes,
Yes.
Mr. Hegberg,
Yes.
Mrs. Funk,
Yes.
Mr. Roland,
No.
Mrs. Greenholt.
No.
Okay, the motion passes with 7 in favor of and 3 against, making Tim Kress vice president.
Okay, congratulations, Mr. Kress. Moving along in the agenda, let me find where we should be at. If you would be so kind as to turn your agenda to page 2, the chair will be looking for a motion for agenda item 8, that being the slate of individuals in the various positions for a motion.
Your motion. I'll make a motion for that.
Counselor Rupp motion, second. Counselor Kress. Any discussion required before calling the question? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Similarly, Chair looks for a motion for agenda item 9 from council.
Are you looking for a motion?
Motion. Yeah, I'm looking for a
Yeah,
motion.
okay, I got
Sorry.
a motion.
Second.
Sorry.
Thank you,
Get lost.
thank you, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye, please.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries.
Right down.
Lastly, this one's
Have
just
to
a,
roll call that, I think. don't we?
yeah, we're gonna roll call this one. This one's just a little heavier, but it is, the chair requests a motion for movement of agenda item 10, and we will be roll calling vote if it is moved and seconded.
Make a motion.
Motion, Counselor Rupp, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Counselor Kress. Any final discussion on the matter? Secretary Felix, call the roll, please.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Mr. Roland?
Yes.
Dr. Rupp?
Yes.
Mr. Lookenbill?
Yes.
Mr. Ricart?
4.
Mr. Fuentes?
Yes.
Mrs. Greenholdt?
Yes.
Mr. Hegberg?
Yes.
Mrs. Funk?
Yes.
Mr. Bubb?
Yes.
That's 10 in favor and 0 against. The motion passes.
Okay. Other matters, the council photograph, I'll just announce at this time, we're sticking around after the meeting adjourns for the council photograph. That will move us into our second public comment. I don't know, I do have one, sorry. Robert, I should have known, I see you, you're going to comment. Robert Holt, come forward, name, address, and state the nature of your address.
Robert Holt, P.O. Box 1131, here in Hanover, 3rd Ward. Congratulations to you all. Hope you have a good new year. I want to stand and clarify some things that were made, comments that were made at the end of the previous council meeting, because I think there's confusion about what I want, and it's very simple. I want the same budget that was used to deliberate and make the decisions on how funding was going to be allocated, and it's not the budget summary that is published on the website or out for public inspection. I asked for that budget, the real budget, on December 1st after I realized I didn't have the same information you all had. And I submitted a right to know request on December 4th, and I got a prompt reply, which was appreciated, and that there was going to be a 30-day extension for the borough to provide that information because it was decided to switch over to a new finance accounting system during the public comment period. And so nobody was able to ask questions or get specifics until after the public comment period was over. Matter of fact, we won't get that information until after next week. So that's what I want, pretty simple. I want to see what I'm getting for the money, what the taxpayers are getting for the money, what is being spent and how it's being spent, specifics. I'm the kind of guy who reads the specifics on my electric bill right down to the fine detail, even though I know about basically what it's going to be every month. But I read the bill, and I make decisions on my budget at work and in here based on fine detail. I want that same detail here, and I would appreciate it. Thank you. Last thing, on November 15th, the Recreation Board met. It was before the council meeting on November 15th. It was at 5:30. There was a discussion about the comprehensive recreation plan that's been developed. And there was a conference call with the Dewberry consultants. Councilman Rupp was there. But it's an amazing thing. That was not on the agenda for the meeting. So how was anybody to know what was going to happen and what was going to be discussed? And I don't think that's right. That's not fair to the taxpayers. And so I think if there's going to be substantial issues like that deliberated and discussed, even if there's not a vote, the people should have a right to know that it's happening and they have a chance to attend the meeting and hear it. And that's all I'm asking for. I don't think anybody's not doing their job. I don't think anybody's doing anything wrong. Probably people are doing it better than it's ever been done before. But I just want the information I'm entitled to. It's public record, and I won't go to distance on this one. So I appreciate your time, and I wish you the best in the new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Holt. Is there anyone else on site in the audience that would like to speak to council? No one's with us at all. We'll take that as a nay and officially close public comment. And that leaves us with adjournment. Is there a motion?
So motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor to adjourn signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? We are adjourned. Thank you.